Welcome back to our channel where we learn and reflect on compelling stories throughout history. Princess Diana, often referred to as the People's Princess, was a beloved figure worldwide. Born on July 1, 1961, Diana Frances Spencer became the Princess of Wales through her marriage to Prince Charles. She was renowned for her charitable work and deep connection with the public. Her tragic death on August 31, 1997, left the world in shock and mourning. Diana's charitable work was one of the defining aspects of her life. She supported numerous causes, including AIDS awareness during a time when the disease was highly stigmatized. Diana famously shook hands with AIDS patients without wearing gloves, helping to dispel myths and fears about the disease. This act highlighted her empathy and dedication to humanizing those suffering from the illness. Another significant cause Diana championed was the campaign to ban landmines. She worked with the International Campaign to Ban Landmines, ICBL, and the Halo Trust. In January 1997, she visited Angola and walked through a recently cleared minefield, drawing global attention to the devastating impact of landmines on civilians. Her efforts contributed to the signing of the Ottawa Treaty aimed at eliminating landmines worldwide. Diana was also a strong advocate for children's charities. She was involved with the Great Ormond Street Hospital for Children and the Royal Marsden Hospital, among others. Her work focused on improving healthcare for children and supporting families facing medical crises. Additionally, she supported initiatives related to homelessness, domestic violence, and mental health, always striving to give a voice to the voiceless and bring comfort to those in need. On the fateful night of August 30, 1997, Diana was in Paris with her companion, Dodi Fayed. The couple dined at the Ritz Hotel, owned by Dodi's father, Mohammed Al Fayed. To escape the paparazzi that constantly hounded them, Diana and Dodi left the hotel through the back entrance around midnight. They got into a Mercedes-Benz S280, driven by Henri Paul, the deputy head of security at the Ritz. Trevor Rees-Jones, a member of Dodi's security team, was in the front passenger seat. As they sped away from the hotel, paparazzi on motorcycles pursued the vehicle. Henri Paul was driving at high speed to evade the photographers. The car entered the Pont de l'Alma tunnel at around 0:23 a.m. Tragically, Henri Paul lost control of the vehicle, which crashed into the 13th pillar of the tunnel at approximately 65 miles per hour. The impact was devastating. Emergency services arrived quickly at the scene. Dodi Fayed and Henri Paul were pronounced dead at the scene. Princess Diana was still alive but critically injured. She was rushed to the Petit-Salpêtrière Hospital, where doctors fought to save her life. Despite their efforts, she succumbed to her injuries and was pronounced dead at 4:00 a.m. The only survivor of the crash was Trevor Rees-Jones, who suffered severe facial injuries but eventually recovered. The news of Diana's death spread rapidly, and the world reacted with an outpouring of grief. Thousands of mourners gathered outside Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace, leaving flowers, cards, and tributes. Her funeral, held on September 6, 1997, was attended by numerous dignitaries and watched by millions of people worldwide. In the aftermath of the accident, investigations sought to determine the cause of the crash. It was revealed that Henri Paul had a high blood alcohol level and had been driving recklessly. Additionally, the paparazzi's relentless pursuit was considered a significant contributing factor. The official French investigation, concluded in 1999, attributed the crash to Henri Paul's impaired driving and excessive speed. However, conspiracy theories soon emerged, suggesting that the crash was not an accident, but a result of a plot to murder Diana. Mohammed Al Fayed, Dodi's father, was one of the most vocal proponents of this theory. He claimed that the British royal family and security services orchestrated the crash to prevent Diana from marrying Dodi. These claims led to a British inquest which began in 2004 and concluded in 2008. The jury returned a verdict of unlawful killing due to the grossly negligent driving of Henri Paul and the paparazzi's pursuit. One of the widely circulated theories was that Diana was pregnant with Dodi Fayed's child and that the couple was about to get engaged. Mohammed Al Fayed claimed that the British royal family could not tolerate the idea of the mother of the future king having a child with a Muslim man. However, no evidence was found to support these claims. The autopsy conducted on Diana showed no signs of pregnancy. Another theory suggested that the Mercedes-Benz S280 was tampered with to cause the crash. Allegations included tampering with the brakes or the steering. Investigations by both French and British authorities found no evidence of any mechanical tampering with the car. Some theorists proposed that a bright flash of light blinded Henri Paul, causing him to lose control of the vehicle. This flash, some claimed, was intentionally directed at the car to cause the accident. Witnesses reported seeing a flash, but investigations concluded that the flash likely came from paparazzi cameras. Conspiracy theorists also questioned Henri Paul's role and background. Some suggested that he was in the employ of British or French intelligence services, and that his actions that night were part of a plot. However, investigations found that Paul was not an intelligence operative, but a hotel security officer who had consumed alcohol and prescription drugs. Critics raised questions about the medical response to Diana's injuries, arguing that the delay in transporting her to the hospital contributed to her death and suggesting that it was part of a larger conspiracy to ensure she did not survive. The French emergency services procedures were followed according to standard protocol, prioritizing stabilization of the patient before transport. Additionally, the absence of CCTV footage from the tunnel fueled speculation. Conspiracy theorists argued that the footage was deliberately removed to cover up the true cause of the crash. The investigation confirmed that many CCTV cameras in the tunnel were not operational at the time. Some theories suggested that the British intelligence agency MI6 was involved in orchestrating the crash. Former MI6 officer Richard Tomlinson claimed that the agency had previously considered a plan to assassinate a foreign leader in a similar manner. However, these claims were investigated, and no substantial evidence was found to link MI6 to Diana's death. Witnesses reported seeing a white Fiat Uno in the tunnel at the time of the crash. Theories suggested that this car played a critical role in the accident. Despite extensive efforts, the driver of the Fiat Uno was never conclusively identified, leading to ongoing speculation about its involvement. Finally, there are those who believe that the entire series of events and subsequent investigations were part of a high-level cover-up to protect the true masterminds behind Diana's death. These theories often suggest that key evidence was suppressed and that witnesses were silenced. Despite the official conclusions, the conspiracy theories have persisted. Some believe there was a cover-up, citing inconsistencies and unanswered questions surrounding the events of that night. For instance, questions were raised about why Diana was not immediately taken to the nearest hospital, and why certain CCTV footage from the tunnel was missing. Princess Diana's death had a profound impact on the British monarchy and the public's perception of it. Her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, have spoken openly about their grief and the effect it had on their lives. Diana's legacy endures through her charitable work and the continued admiration of people around the world. In summary, the death of Princess Diana was a tragic accident that resulted from a combination of factors, including reckless driving and the aggressive pursuit by paparazzi. The official investigations concluded that there was no conspiracy, but the theories and speculation have ensured that the circumstances of her death remain a topic of fascination and debate. Her passing marked the end of an era and left an indelible mark on the collective memory of the global community.